As I stood outside the entrance to the underground passages, heavy rain falling upon the cobblestone road, ready to take part in the city's famous ghost tour amongst a group of about 20 to 30 people, I felt a sense of nervousness and excitement in the atmosphere. I'd arrived in Edinburgh that afternoon, traveling light, just enough clothes to last the night and my camera, which had hung from my neck all day long, ready to snap up a piece of this beautiful historic city at any given moment. Throughout the day, I had took part in the type of activities you'd expect from a tourist in this city. Starting off with a visit to Edinburgh Zoo around midday, then off to the famous Edinburgh Castle that stood towering above the city on a hilltop at around 4 p.m. I probably didn't spend as much time admiring these amazing locations as I should have, but with only the Sunday to take everything in before returning home for university the following day, I knew time was of the essence. Finally, leaving the castle at 7 p.m. after a spot of lunch at the on-site cafe, I got onto a tour bus that brought the rest of the group to the start of the city's famous ghost tour. So here we all were, waiting for the tour guide to make an appearance and get the evening underway, when suddenly, there goes my phone ringing. Glancing down at the screen, I saw Mum flashing on the screen. "Hi," I said, picking up the phone. "Could you ring me back, Mum? I'm a little preoccupied right now and don't have much time." "Hey, son. I'm just calling to see if you're okay. You know how worried I get if you don't call. Plus, it's always nice to spare a few moments for your old mum," she said. From birth until the age of 18 when I left home to study photography at university, I was never closer to anyone more than my mum. So I could understand her concerns, as I usually would make a note of contacting her on a Sunday. "I know, Mum, but I'm 18 now, you don't have to concern yourself," I replied reassuringly. "I'm up in Edinburgh at the moment. It's been quite a busy day, so it slipped my mind to get in touch. I'm just about to start the city's famous ghost tour." "It's okay, son," she said. "It's just good here you're okay. I'll let you get on with the tour. I feel you'll be safe now." "Safe now?" I laughed in confusion. "I'm sure I would have been safe even if you didn't call." "Hello," I said as the line broke up. "Damn signal," I muttered, looking up from my phone. That's weird. "Where's everyone gone?" I said to myself, looking at the empty entrance of the underground. "They must have started the tour without me while I was distracted on the phone," I laughed, talking out loud this time. "I'm sure I can catch up to them, though," I said, entering the gates in front of me that lead to a flight of descending stone steps. As I made my way down the 30 or so steps, I saw what looked like a distant gathering of people amongst dim lights and dust. "That must be them," I said, speeding up my pace into a fast walk. About 50 yards of fast walking down a narrow stone corridor, I was stopped dead in my tracks. Stepping out from a room to my left stood the shadow of a six-ifed man. To say I was terrified would be an understatement. My heart jumping into the back of my chest, the breath rushing from my lungs, I looked up at the figure in absolute panic. "Calm down!" came a voice breaking what seemed like an eternity of terror and silence. "Who are you?" I asked, stammering in shock. "The name's Edward McGregor," he replied, stepping from the darkness to reveal himself. A guy of about 40 years with long, brown, shaggy hair, piercing green eyes, and a pale skin complexion, Edward stood before me, blocking the way forward. "You've been separated from the rest of them, haven't you?" he asked. "I just got held up outside on the phone and lost my concentration, so you could say that," I replied with a laugh, of realizing he wasn't some terrifying monster or ghostly apparition as first thought. "It happens all too often. You've missed the first 10 minutes of the tour," he said, "but it's your lucky day." "My lucky day?" I asked, bemused. "Yeah, your lucky day," he said again. "How, though?" I replied, even more confused. The rain that flooded the graveyard above was just too much for the foundations of these old corridors to hold, and now all but you lay dead beneath the collapse of the ceiling. "Give my kind regards to your mum for being of great help," he said, walking off back into the dark room he came from.